All right, welcome to another episode of A Big Girl's Guide to Love, the podcast. This time I am joined by one of my favorite people, Nikki Washington. Hey,
Hey,
Nikki.
hey.
I know Nikki since I thought she was a little girl, but she wasn't. She was in college. She was a
I
woman,
was
but I
grown.
wasn't
I,
ready.
I had just graduated college.
I wasn't ready.
Let
You were
me.
one of the youths.
I was what now?
You were one of the youths.
I was. So I was. I had to get in where I could fit in.
Because I remember you
They
said
thought I
something.
was in high school.
I did too. Black don't crack. You still look like the very same.
Don't.
And I
I
said,
do.
I remember you were singing something about
I'm
this is
drinking rum
yes.
and Red
And
Bull.
I was
Yeah.
like, and you're like, I'm grown. Whoever the hell you are.
I was like, I'm 20. I'm 23. I was either 22 or 20. No, I was 23 by that point. I'm like, I'm 23.
And I was like, you one of the youths. And then cut to a few years later, and I talked to you more than I talked to anybody. So how you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good. It's been a long week, but we here. We doing it. Why I got this? Why I got this in my hand? It's not even plugged up.
But you fancy. You got,
Thank you,
you
girl.
got a
See my
microphone.
Defender shirt on. I got a
Mhm.
microphone that's not plugged in, but I will talk into it. Okay.
You can if you want to.
Right. Why?
You
Because
can
I
do what you
can.
want to. Right.
Can.
Can.
Did.
Should.
Will. Doing. Okay.
Well,
Okay, good.
tell me more about you, Nikki. What you
Um,
doing?
so I'm supposed to be reviewing TV shows, right?
Uh-huh.
Because I like watching, some dramas, scripted series. I like watching some reality series. My favorite right now is Married at First Sight,
Yes.
and everybody needs therapy. I'm gonna just start there. I would start there. Half of the people want an easy bake wife, um, and the other half, I don't know what they want other than some TV time. So,
All
but
those
when the new
people,
season, Mhm.
all those people are damaged or something. You had told me that, and then I actually watched it, and
All
I was
of
like,
them.
"Oh, that's right."
Girl, all of them need to be somewhere with a teddy bear on somebody's couch looking at ink blots. What do you see?
I think they just
You're
put two
like
damaged
Whitney,
people together and like,
me.
can y'all heal each other?
But you can't heal somebody if you're not healed. You can't
Right.
fix somebody when you're not fixed. Broken people break each other. You know what I'm saying? That whole
Mm-hmm.
ideology of, oh, they're broken, but they can get healed together. No, because number one, you have to want to be healed, right?
Right.
And then number two, they have to want to be healed. Now, if y'all decide at the same time, you know what, I'm jacked up, I need help, I'm gonna get me together, and then they had that same aha moment, y'all
Right.
can then y'all can do it together. But you broken, he broken, and both of y'all just sitting there a hot mess. The
And that's what they
dogs
do.
throw, yes, girl. Even the dogs be barking and stuff and walking backwards. I don't have no time. I don't.
And what's the
I
name of
don't.
your show you gonna start? Because you about to.
Okay, it's going to be called Spades and Shade
I
because
like
I
it.
believe in calling a spade a spade. And of course I throw shade. In fact, hold on, I got some. Can you see it? Oh, it
Oh,
disappeared.
it does. Oh
Oh,
no.
I'm sad. It says shade. It's a fan that says shade. But
Send me a picture of it. I'll put it up.
okay. I'm really like,
I can kind of see it. It's the background. The background don't allow for you to do things.
but you can see it's upside
Yeah.
down, the shade.
Shade.
Spades and shade. Be messing with me.
Yes.
I'm really fanning myself for those of y'all that like
I
can't
can
see
you can
what's
see it
going on.
move a little bit.
You can see it move a little bit, but
Yeah.
right, it look like I got bad connection. And Zoom tries people's life, okay? Zoom make it look like you ain't paid your internet bill. I paid this bill. Zoom do.
It
Zoom
does.
make it look like she ain't pay her bill. Yes, I did.
And
Girl, this earbud keep.
you gonna be releasing that soon.
real soon. I just
You
gotta
got your microphone and everything. You almost there.
and it's not a Mr. Microphone, it's a microphone. Okay. It's not a Mr. It's just
Not
a
a
mic.
mister. Oh, okay.
Not a Mr. And I'll be like, microphone checker. Right?
Well, I'm looking
Right.
forward to it. I've been waiting for it, and
I
I'm gonna
know,
watch it.
girl. I finally figured out my ring light. So I so I can do it.
Now we don't
Okay.
have no excuse not to do it. Okay.
None, girl, none. Even though you just saw y'all missed it before we even started. I had my background, you know what I'm saying, my little Afrocentric pictures. That thing for you. My command strips. My command strips didn't command the thing, child.
Oh no.
Mm-mm. They lied.
And Ginger had to run away. Your dog had to run away.
My dog ran away. I would if she come back, I'll let her say hi, but she ain't gonna come back.
One day.
She having puppy PTSD right now. She's
So the big girl rule that you chose was order what you want to go. Right.
order what you want to go. Go ahead.
So we talk about eating, praying, and
Mhm.
loving, and how that all goes together into making you a whole person.
Girl, I thought you was
Did that
gonna say
sound deep?
making you a hoe. It sounded like you was gonna say how it makes you a hoe, and I was gonna say that don't make you a hoe,
No,
but
that's a
it does
different
make you a
rule.
hoe. That is a different thing.
So when you go out to eat, do you order
Mhm.
what you want? Do you feel self-conscious about?
It depends on in the beginning. In the beginning, I used to kind of be like semi-health conscious, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the world took a bite of this pepperoni pizza that we've been eating for almost 2 years. And I'm just like, I order whatever I want because I could catch the swine flu tomorrow and just be croaking. Like I don't know.
How you gonna catch swine flu
Uh,
when you don't eat swine?
girl, you right. Swine don't make me fine. You right, girl. No pork on my fork. No pork on my fork. Okay. If it move, don't chew. Okay.
One of
If
the
it
things
move, don't chew. No
if you move,
pork
don't
on my
chew.
fork.
That's what the
If it move,
vegans
don't
are
chew.
gonna say. If you move,
I
don't
need to I need to coin that before, cause them vegans will come, them and Peter will come and have it on a shirt.
chew.
And then I'll be like, you heard it here first from the girl to eat chicken wings. Okay. I eat chicken wings. I don't eat beef, I don't eat pork. So when I go and order, it won't be no beef or pork, but it will be some chicken or some fish or something.
Okay. Because I know
Mhm.
one of the things we used to bond on for like the longest time was trying to figure out our bodies and like because I've
Girl.
struggled with my weight my whole life, like still struggling,
Mhm.
obviously.
Mhm.
Um Still
Me
the
too.
struggle is real. But that's something we used to bond on all the time. And I know I used to feel like one of the best times of my life for eating stuff I didn't need to eat was when I was pregnant because uh, there was a baby in there. So that was that was my tummy excuse. So if I wanted to go to 3 and 4 different places because I wanted cinnamon chips from Taco Bueno, and then I wanted a burger, and then I wanted something else, we just blame it on the baby, and I just rubbed my stomach while I was sitting in the line. So when they see all the piles of bags piling up at the different restaurants, I wouldn't have to feel so bad. But now I don't have my babies is old, so I don't have that. There's no, I mean, unless my youngest son's twin is still stuck in there.
That's a possibility.
It's possible. That's what it's not gas. It's what I feel kicking.
It's not.
Unless
It's a whole little midget in there just
I have,
waiting.
I have a little person. She hadn't fully developed yet. She's 17. I'm 17 years pregnant. Unless that's true, then I can't do it. I mean, I guess nobody would know if I was doing it, but it could be very like self-conscious, like picking what you want to eat, especially when people know that you want to lose weight. I
Mhm.
think when people don't think that you want to lose weight, they might not bring it up. But if they know that that's what you're doing, then they take it upon themselves to be the police.
But my thing is, why are they policing you? Like, why are they policing me? What I eat don't make you shit. If I decide that I'm on a diet and then I was like, you know what, I had a bad day, I'm gonna eat every appetizer and cheesecake and then wash it down with something with some vodka in it. That's my business. What does that have to do with you?
What
Did
does it
your
have
weight
to do?
go up? What? It don't. It don't.
It's
I'm
like people
sorry. Do
think
you have to
they're
run this
helping
off?
you.
Did you ask for the help?
No, and I
Did
think
you say
sometimes it make it
listen?
worse. I think
It does. Stop volunteering. Don't volunteer. If I didn't ask you, if I did not ask you to help, if you're not my accountability partner, if you're not my trainer, if you're not my doctor telling me to get my life together,
right.
don't reach out and touch. Don't, don't do it. Don't do
Worry
it.
about what's on your plate.
Worry.
Like
Worry.
just pray about my plate, I guess, if you want to.
Well,
tell
when you
God,
bless
tell,
your
tell the
food,
Lord
bless
about
mine.
it.
When you
Hmm.
bless your food, bless mine. Don't come up. Don't worry about what I'm eating. 'Cause that's what I'm eating. I wasn't talking about your little fried pork chop. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My wings and quesadillas, okay?
Don't worry about what I got over here. Worry about
You
what you
eat
got
your
over
little
there.
kale. Eating your little that kale is coarse. That's why you keep choking and screaming down that water. Because the back of that throat, that's the kale. If you had some of this grease from this chicken wing, you wouldn't be over there choking. I forgot what we were talking about. Why you do this to me? Oh, JTK, you know my life is complex. What's my rule again?
It's ordering what you want to go. You was on the right, on the right
Oh, I
path.
was I was on them wings. You're right. Order what I want. And I was taking the wings to go. You're right. You're right. I mean, but that could be a double entendre. Like really, it could go beyond a plate. It
What's
could
it
go
go?
beyond food.
Okay, where's it go?
Wherever we want it to go.
You tell me.
Like,
You
well, order what you want
right.
and you're going. Like it's there's a person we know that they have all these ideas and they just go for it. And me and you would always remember back in the day, me and you would be sitting here with all these ideas like, man, I don't have enough money. I had like we would list reasons why we couldn't do what we was gonna do, right?
Right.
But this person we know, not only do they order what they want
Hmm.
to go, child, they put it on a platter for you to come and partake.
They do. Whether it be
Did.
tuna salad, chicken salad, nacho plates. That girl said it's something chunky. I don't know what it was, and I'm very
Mhm.
upset about that. But but she does. That's why I give her a lot of
Exotic.
credit though, because I have a ton of ideas that I don't actually execute. But she,
Right.
she have a ton of ideas, and she at least executes them one good time. At least
Very
once.
true. And that's why but you know what? That inspiration, seeing that person order what they want and take it to
Mhm.
go is what inspires you to be like, you know what, let me go ahead and get this podcast out.
I mean, because
Correct?
why not? Why
Why
not? I
not?
guess. Because I always
Why
feel like
not?
I haven't done it because I always feel like who gives a fuck? I was not gonna cuss for Miss Tina. Okay, who who
Y'all, that's my
cares?
mama.
Miss Tina is Nikki's mama, and my mama would prefer I didn't cuss either. My sister didn't realize how much I cussed until she listened to the first episode that came out yesterday.
Mhm.
Um, she didn't know. She was like, "Really? All these f bombs?" And I said, "That's how I talk." And she said, I didn't notice." And I was like, "I guess we don't talk enough." Um,
Just call her once a day and say the F word and hang up. She'll start to get used to
just call her.
it. Just call her once a day, like,
I'm gonna have to
and then
text her.
hang
She
up.
don't. She don't answer the phone. Um,
Do like
what
I
we were
did
talking
when I was texting you the word ghetto. You gotta just text one letter at a time.
about? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it tonight after I go make my plate.
And then send me a screenshot so I can laugh because I'm petty. You know I'm petty, petty grass.
Petty boots,
Petty boots.
petty mayonnaise.
Okay, petty LaBelle. Petty Shabazz.
But I didn't want to start the podcast or anything because I was like, who cares about what I got to talk about? But then there's so many
Mhm.
people that I listen to, and it's like, I guess I validate what they have to talk about because now I'm listening to it. Because I
That's
really think
true.
about like, who cares about what they're talking about either? Like, who cares about your personal
True.
opinion? But the internet is
True.
a wonderful and a horrible thing because everybody's got Everybody got an
Everybody's
opinion.
voice gets heard. Yes, girl. And some voices I be like, oh, do we have to hear that? But on the flip side, somebody gonna be listening to me like, I wish I didn't hear her. Like, so it is. It's the gift that keeps on giving. It's the circle.
Some people
Figure.
really need to get their internet taken away, and their TikTok accounts and their Instagram accounts and
All
Twitter.
of that, girl.
Just
Everything.
we don't need to see you. Can we go back? Because people have a lot of
Free time.
opinions and they get hurt about stuff. They do have a lot of free time. But there used to be a time when you could be mad about something and nobody knew but you or the people at your house. Now everybody got
Everybody.
it. Everybody got it though.
I got to
And
post it and share it
mm-hmm,
and tag people so they can share it.
and write a whole diatribe about why I
Yeah.
don't like XYZ. It's and
Daya and tribe. Mm. Daya and tribe. Yes,
and
indeed.
tribe.
And the tribe.
And it's too much because some people just seem to have like a lot of time, and I waste a lot of time. Like I was wasting time earlier when I was supposed to be doing my homework. I'm in grad school for the 80th time, and
Girl, so fast with school. More power to you. I did it once. I thought about doing it again. I don't know.
them school loans, I'm not ready for them yet, and my other degrees haven't paid off in the way that they need to for me to pay those off. So I was like, well, mm. I guess we'll go back to school, won't we? So I'm in school again, struggling. But I was wasting time earlier watching Lifetime movies because that's apparently what I do now. So
Christmas movies.
I watched
Were
a
they Christmas
Christmas
movies?
movie. Yesterday I watched Evil Stepmom, which is not about Christmas. It's on Lifetime. It's a straight up Lifetime movie. It's the most Lifetime of movies. And then today I watched this one called Ice Christmas, Ice Wine, something like that. It's got like Rosalind Sanchez and I'm sorry, I don't know the brother's name in it, but
You know I don't be knowing
no, it's
people
got to be
names.
something about somebody saving. They're all about somebody comes in and they have to save a town or save a company or save a
Hmm.
bed and breakfast or something.
All of that.
And they fall in love with the person who's the opposite of everything they ever wanted or their rival or something. So
Now, how come that don't work with life? Because we were talking about ordering what you want, you know
right.
what I'm saying, to go. How come when you try, like a few months ago, I tried to slide in the DM. Girl, I slid in the DM. And I was like, okay, I thought it was gonna be a conversation, girl. I just got a heart and that was it. I said, oh, I
A celebrity DM? Was
nah,
it a DM
girl.
with somebody you know?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it was a DM. Like I was trying to order what I want to go. Girl, the go was
He gonna come
gone.
back around. They always do. Cause
I don't know.
I had this
I don't know
one.
about that one.
I told there's this one dude, which will be a subject for another show. But I was one that used to flirt with me in high school,
Mhm,
but he would never date it. I've always been a big girl. I wasn't.
mhm.
It's I am. I wasn't where I am today in high school, but
Girl,
he
none of
would
us
date
were
the
where we
tiniest
were
of
today.
girls, and but he would
Oh.
still be trying to come hang out with me. So I was like, he's like in the big girl closet, is what I call it.
Mm. We don't do closets.
And then when I got divorced, I went ahead and hung out with him and so forth and so on. But then after a while, I decided that, you know, that's not what I'm trying to do. If I'm going to be with somebody doing stuff, I want a relationship.
Mhm,
And since I'm not where I want to be, in several different ways, then I'm going to wait on it. So, like, it's been like 5 years since I even attempted to look at anybody who wasn't, Chris Evans or Idris Elba. So, I just,
I feel
I don't
you.
be fooling with him. And don't you know, he hate big headed me the other day, and I
He
know
said, "Hey, big head."
no, but you know that thing people do where they're just like they slide in your DMs talking about hey
Mhm.
Jen, hey,
See, if you gonna slide, you gotta slide right. Okay, so when I slid, I had sent like some lyrics, right?
okay,
It's a backstory, but I got song Tourette's, so it'll be a song for everything. Yeah, something had happened, and then the song came to mind, so I was like, boom, right? So
yeah,
it was a little banter, but the banter wasn't long enough. Like it was just like a banter and a half. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So it's if you gonna slide, don't just be like, hey, Oh, like what you want? What you want to say? Like who does that?
That's like, hey, Jen. And so my friend that I went to high school with, I immediately text her. I said, girl, guess who just randomly? And she was like, what'd you say? And I was like, I mean, I talked
Nothing.
to her for a second, but that's not where I am right now. Like, I'm not in a casual place. And I had
Right.
told him the last time I talked to him in that manner was, I need to see you date a big girl. It don't have to be me. It don't have to be somebody my size. It could be somebody who's just technically plus size.
I remember
I
you
just
telling
need
me
to
that.
see you do that. I need to see you do that in public. I need to see you post pictures. I need to
Hmm.
see you hang out. Maybe you'll fall in love with her and you won't be worried about me. But if you
That's
don't,
true.
when you get through, then maybe, because I need to see you out and about with somebody who doesn't look like they work out. She might work out. I don't know her life. Sometimes you can be big and
I
healthy.
work out, child, and it just
You can
we've
be
been eating
big
this
and
pepperoni
healthy,
pizza. Yeah,
but
girl.
I just need you to see somebody. I just need to see you and the big
That's
girl
it.
before I can fool with you, because I feel
You know
like
you trill. Yeah.
I'm better than to be hidden away. So
That's it.
just need to get it together. Need to get it
Because if you
together.
were an ugly big girl, it'd be one thing. But you're not an ugly big girl. You're very pretty.
Thank you. You're pretty
He
too.
treating you like you look like Boo Boo the Fool. Like he treating you like you Rudy Poo. You are not Rudy Poo.
I don't want to be Rudy Poo. Some
Not
days
Rudy
I
or
feel a
Poo.
little Rudy and Poo, but
We all have Rudy Poo days. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then. Like, girl, yesterday I got my hair retied. Girl, before that it was like, but but it's ways around it, so I put, I pin it and stuff like that, or, put a little lip gloss or something on so I won't be like full Rudy.
yeah.
I just be like, poo. They don't sound no that
Maybe
better.
you want to be more Rudy than Poo.
Rudy than Pooh. You're right. I was backwards.
You're just a little Rudy, and that's
I was a
enough.
little Rudy. No Pooh. Oh, oh, the Pooh. I was just Root. Root.
Oh, girl, you crazy. Uh, but you always keep yourself together, and that's so good.
Girl, I try.
You
I
always
try,
would just
really.
you be having cute stuff. I was like, anytime I have a purse or some accessory or something, they say, where you get it from, and I'm like, either my sister or Nikki. I don't know where they got it
And I need to go through my purses. I told my mom I need to go through my purses because it's about time for me to get you some more purses.
from. I don't even have to go shopping. You need a friend like
Because I have a
Nikki.
purse fetish. So I be like, ooh, ooh, ooh. And then I carry it. And then when I'm done, I'm just like, let me give it away because I ain't going to carry it anymore.
I'm surprised you don't like stick it up on, I don't know, eBay or what are those places
I
where
could
people
do
like
that. I mean, I could.
make you a couple
I
dollars.
mean,
But I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
I'm real snobby. Like, I give certain people stuff and I'm like, they don't even appreciate it. Like, I guess, I mean, if you paid for it, I guess it'd be like whatever you paid your money for. But it's just in my mind, like,
Like they didn't deserve your style.
they didn't. Did
We talked a little bit about eating. Let's
Mm-hmm.
so if we look into like praying, like the
Okay.
spirituality play, how much does that play into shoot what's on your plate, what's in your life? Like do you have to like what is your spirituality doing?
Child, I be praying, child. It's my center. Like the woo people. I call them the woo people, the little, I don't know what you call people that be burning sage and stuff. I don't burn sage though, because I got asthma. But no, I do communicate and pray a lot and talk with God a lot. Cause child, I be on a struggle bus and I be like, I need guidance, help and all of that. But as far as praying, it's definitely a daily thing.
And daily thing.
Definitely. Hmm.
I have to
Definitely.
say, before I go to sleep, because I've gone through like multiple spiritual journeys, I feel like I'm always on one. And I think they just like pop up at random. Um, and sometimes it's like I feel like I need religion in a moment. And sometimes I feel like I don't necessarily need religion, but I do always like every night before I go to sleep, I literally cannot fall asleep until I say the Lord's Prayer when I'm laying down. Like I don't know why. It's like it's part of it's like a ritual or something for me. Like I can't fall asleep. I say it in my head and I can't fall asleep. And then I feel like my prayers or whatever are more like conversations. like I just sit up because I'm talking to myself anyways, but sometimes I direct it there. I'm like, look here, Lord. Look here, Lord. We're gonna talk. And and somebody might say, you don't cuss when you're talking to God, but I say, God knows who I am.
But I feel like
Have
if
conversation. And
certain
if he can hear
certain
what's in my head,
he
then I've
can
already heard the cussing. So if it come out my mouth, it's no different than hearing it in my head. If
it's
that's an omnipresence.
it's
Because I'm not
perfect.
cussing
I
at you.
mean, right,
There's a difference
right.
between cussing at somebody and cussing to somebody,
But I still agree. It's
unless it's
one
your
of
mama.
it's like it's a fine line. Like it's like you know.
I,
That's when you make up words and stuff and be like, God dang. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you don't really
yeah.
be like, you don't be like saying like I'm a beat your beat stuff like that. You just like, God,
Well, no.
that was foolery. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Be like, man, fudge sickle or something. You don't be like, yeah,
Fudge sickle.
like, I feel like F bombs and then the S word and then the Lord should never like,
They don't go
you
together.
girl.
Not back to back.
Mm-mm.
But be
Not
having
when you like so
conversations.
when you talk to him, right? Even when you converse with the Lord, just just try and substitute some words. So like base it. So maybe you have two F bombs in this one conversation with the Lord. So like
Mhm.
okay, when I talk to him again, I can't because I didn't already said two F bombs. So let me just like flipping frogs or something like man,
Flipping
flipping
frog.
frogs at heifer. Like something like that. So like I just
Flipping
balance it.
frogs. Okay.
Flipping frogs.
Okay. We're gonna work on it.
Yes.
We always work in progress. Always a work in
Is. Are.
progress. Girl, I'm crazy. I be trying to touch points. So it's like I feel like and you help me do my projects, when you and Joey help me do my project, and I'm looking at this paper and I'm trying to make y'all say the things on this paper. But I couldn't make Joey say the things that was on the paper. I was like, I feel like Nikki trying to say the things on the paper.
I tried.
I, but I got an A on it, so whatever. Mhm. So I'm gonna do it. Um, so when we talk about body image, because I
Mm-hmm.
started off with ordering what you want to go, being about food,
Ordered it.
because food is something you and I talk about like on a regular basis.
We
What we about
foodie.
to eat, what we's gonna eat, what we thinking about eating, sending
I
stuff
dance
on
and I eat.
Pinterest,
Mm-hmm.
sending stuff on Pinterest, recipes and stuff. I know full well I'm not gonna make any of those things. I be saving stuff. I'm like, I'm gonna make this buffalo chicken dip. No, I'm
I've made two of the things I've pinned. I feel good. Out of like the 5,000 I've pinned, I made, I got two.
not. That's something. That's
That's
something. 'Cause
progress.
I,
Look
I
at
don't.
God.
I don't know anybody who sits up and makes the stuff on there. Maybe they exist, but they're not on my friends list that I know of. I think
I
because
feel you.
I'm a more of a wing it person when I'm in the kitchen, and then
If
by
I
the
see
time
something really good, it's like I gotta get it. I gotta try it. Like that salmon with the pineapple
mhm,
and the little, was it bourbon or honey? Whatever it was, I made it.
it was
That's
good.
when the panini first started. Yeah, girl, I made it last year. I need to make it again. But I made it when the panini first started because when everybody was cooking them 7 course meals, because we thought we was dying every other day, and we said, if we gonna die, we gonna eat this good food. So that was one of my meals because I thought, I just thought any day it was like okay, but it
Did
was
the
good.
did the pandemic change how you eat, how you view?
Girl, yes,
It
it
did.
did. Girl, I be eating.
But I thought to myself for the
Order
longest
what you want and
time,
go.
yeah, because I thought because you had to kind of, but I thought to myself for a long time, man, if I ever just can get locked up in space and not have to go to work, but still get paid, I still be able to pay my bills, I'll be able to focus real hard on myself. Focus real hard on some Lifetime movies and some snacks. And then I got COVID, so that got us in the habit of ordering Uber Eats because I couldn't cook for the children even if I wanted to. And T was locked up in his room. My son, my youngest son, who didn't get COVID, he was locked up in his room, and I had to order Uber Eats and DoorDash and all that stuff like every day. We just order something because I couldn't cook for him, and he wasn't
Mm,
coming out that room because he wasn't gonna get sick because me and my
mm-mm.
oldest got sick. And he was like, "This is where I am." He came out to use the bathroom, and that's it. And I barely ever saw him. We saw him. We put on our masks, and he would walk real fast to the bathroom, spray everything down, do what he had to do, spray everything down, and go back to his room. And I would just knock on his door and drop stuff off. So it it in a way, the pandemic brought people closer, but it also brought uh food closer. Just,
Girl, the panini made food be like it's like a hot commodity for real, for real. It's
it
like,
is.
okay, what we eat today? Like, oh,
And you're not
like
at
we got options.
you're not at work and you can't go out nowhere. So like the thing to do when you're stuck
Just
at
eat,
home is eat some stuff. What can
eat
I
and
cook?
sleep,
Just make some cookies. Just take a nap. It's just-
girl,
so it's
and walk
hard.
your dog.
And
Hmm.
walk your dog or let her out in the backyard. Just luckily my
Well, in the
dog
backyard. So
fell in love with
we
her
was
backyard.
Jean, we was walking, taking her to the park and stuff, and all of that.
Well, that's good. You got some exercise to work off some of the pandemic eats.
Yeah, and it's still, it would have been more had I not did the activity I did. Girl, that pepperoni pizza we've been eating
Turkey
as
pepperoni.
a turkey.
Turkey pepperoni.
That turkey pepperoni pizza that we've been eating collectively as a world. I'm aggravated. Like at one point I got tired of eating, but then I
Yeah.
got hungry and I was like, what I'm gonna do? I tried the oxygen water thing. It didn't work long.
I get tired of eating sometimes too, and then I think I'm just gonna like drink stuff. Like I'll just buy a protein shakes or something, or I'll like buy soup, and I'm like, this is what I'm gonna do. And then eventually you get hungry, and then you don't want to do it. Or sometimes it's like I feel like you ate everything. Like I've had everything. I said I had Japanese food, I had Chinese food, I had Italian food. Like what's left? It was like I've had everything. What do I want? And I want somebody else to pick it, and my children won't pick it. So
They won't. But your
I'm just
son
like,
did pick this rule out for me.
you did pick it out for you. He said this is a good one. This is the one we're gonna do. So when
Mhm.
you go through all these like changes with your body and your eating and your everything, does it put a strain on, because I talked about loving yourself in another episode. Does it put a strain on either receiving love or giving love or just loving yourself? Do you ever struggle with that?
The struggle with loving myself, yeah, because it's a new variation of myself. I had to learn, get acclimated. It was a change. And even thinking about the mental aspect of it, because now our normal is never going to be normal again, right?
Yeah.
So adapting to that and really trying to think, okay, what do I want my new normal to look like? What do I want the panini life to be like? What is this? So yeah, the biggest struggle I had was really just learning how to love the me I am now.
Because you was
Because
kind of the pandemic got you kind of stuck with yourself.
girl,
It's
not that you weren't already stuck with yourself, but yeah, it was a new level of stuck. Like it was the stuckness. Like I couldn't. There was no true escapism.
yeah.
There's only so much TV you can watch. There's only so much YouTube you can watch. There's only so much food you can eat. It's you, what's going on up here, in your
Mhm.
four walls.
Yeah. It puts a lot of focus, because when you have to go to, physically go to work and physically deal with events and go places and plan things, it's like you can fill your brain with so many things to keep you not focused on yourself. So you don't have
Right.
to focus on who I am and what am I
Right.
really doing in this life. You're just kind of going through the motions all the time, and your brain is full of other things. But then the pandemic made us all kind of like sit down, and a lot of us who weren't, the great essential workers, but still had a job to do. Like I was a teacher well, I'm still a teacher, but um, I was inside a classroom, and even then, like I had to, there were big points of time where I was stuck at home teaching I still had to teach,
Mhm.
but it's like it's different. And like now I work from home teaching. So it's like it's different because you're just kind of looking at yourself all the time. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I'm busy, but I feel like I'm less busy. Like I have more time to like do that weird introspection.
I feel that.
Like what are you doing with your life? Is this where you want it to be? You know, and I go through that every so often anyway.
Hmm.
But like
Hmm.
I feel like it was like stuck in it. Like you really need to work on, and then I'm not getting as much like movement, as I used to get because I'd run around a classroom taking kids here and there, or like even when I worked like
Hmm.
retail, even working in the theater where I sat down. And a lot of times there were still, points. I bring my dog up there and to go for a walk. Like there was like more points to like get up and go do stuff, and I have
I'm
more
glad you
reasons
don't work
to
there
get
no
up and go
more.
do
Cause that man used to sneeze
stuff.
and do sound like he covered his mouth. And
Yeah,
I would just be disgusted. I know he
I've seen
didn't.
it. I've seen it, and you could hear it. You could
Yeah, you
tell when
could
somebody
hear it.
cover their mouth and when they don't cover their mouth. You could tell
You
when somebody
can.
covers it up when they don't.
And I used to go visit her at work, and he would sneeze, and I just cringe and look at her and be like, "Don't you eat nothing that come out that kitchen." And that was pre-Panini. That
Hmm.
was pre.
Now imagine
So I
now.
could just imagine. I'm not good. I don't freak with it. I don't even go.
Well,
She don't even go here. I don't.
at least hopefully, maybe he got to wear a mask. I don't know. I haven't been.
I feel like
I talked to
he
some of the
wouldn't even.
people I worked with, but I don't go up
Mhm.
there.
Okay, good. You shouldn't.
I don't go up there. I still talk to some of the people that were there, but I don't go up there. I
Okay.
just it's if I don't like going backwards, so it's
I
hard.
feel that. I feel that.
It's hard to like because like my youngest son is will be quick to cut somebody off if you don't want to fool with them. So that was what he had to do. Like he had a friend that he talked to, and she was real sweet and everything.
She had a
And she
mustache.
stopped, but she
Okay.
she was real sweet. And her mama was nice. They hung out. She was a decent friend, I think. But like she was a part of the school he had left and a time he had left. And eventually he blocked her. I said, "What'd she do?" He said,
Mhm.
"Nothing. I just don't want to think about that time anymore." And so sometimes, even like having, sometimes I just want to delete my Facebook. It's like these people didn't do anything to me, but do I really need to keep up with everybody from high school? Not
But I
really.
don't remember half the people I went to high school with. I be looking at people like, who are you? Why are we friends? And then I go and click on, oh, okay, we went to high school together. Did we really go to high school together? I
I
don't know.
purposely forget people's names because I don't want to. But my high school best friend, we reconnected. Like
Mhm.
we would talk every so often, but we got slightly closer like during the pandemic thing. And if somebody pops up that I don't know, I will ask her because she remembers everybody. I don't remember anybody.
Mhm.
I say, "Do you know somebody just sent me a friend request? Do you know this person? They go to high school with us." And one time I was looking through, like I found an old journal from when I was, I
Mhm.
guess, in high school or something, and I
Mhm.
had written me plus somebody, and I was like, "Who the heck is this? Who the heck is this dude?" I was like, "I hope he was cute." And so I texted
Mhm.
her and I was like, "Is this a real person or was this somebody on TV that I had a crush on?" Like, and she was like, "No, I remember him." And I was like, "Oh, I'm glad you
What does
do.
he
Was
look
he
like now?
was he cute? I hope he's cute now because it'd be horrible.
Yeah, some of
They don't
them.
age
Like we ain't been out of high school that long. Why you look like that? Whose granddad is you? Like who?
well.
What?
Like life just beat them down.
Shut
They've been
up.
through some things. They rode that
Understand?
struggle. Rode that struggle bus till the wheels fell off.
They
I,
should have missed that bus. They should have missed the bus. They should have been at the wrong bus stop because that is horrible.
it is horrible. That's one of the things I'm scared about going out and dating again because sometimes I look at people and they'll be like, I'm not gonna even say my age, but I am gonna say my age. They'll be like close to my age, and I'm like, is that what I'm gonna look like when I? I'm like, that's just 3 years away. Is that what I'm gonna look
Mm,
like? And my kids are
mm-mm,
like, no, mom, you're not gonna look like that. And I was like, oh
mm-mm.
God. And I look at the dudes, and some of them, you just go, is that what's left? that was out there in my age range. I said, "Oh no, mommy's going to be a cougar. I'm gonna have to go back in time. I can't, I can't do it. I can't do it." I had already told them, and I had an argument with my high school best friend because we're the same age, but I'm like
Mhm,
a couple months. I'm like 6 months older than her. And she
mhm.
was like, "Girl, we're gonna have our 40th birthdays. We're gonna celebrate together. What we gonna do?" I said, "Who turning 40?" I said, "You turning 40?" She said, "We're gonna celebrate together." I said, "I already told you. I'm never turning 40. Whenever that year comes, we're going back. I'm gonna be 39 all over again. And then
Do
38.
it.
And then when I get back to one, then I'm gonna start. It's gonna be new rebirth.
It's
if I'm
on.
if I'm still here, we'll go back up. We'll go on the two and go so forth and so on." She's like, "Oh no." We argued for like 20 minutes. I said, "You act like you haven't known me for like 20 years." I'm not I'm not
Maybe she forgot who you were.
I'm not gonna do it.
You don't have to.
I don't have to. Just like
Mm.
I decided years ago when I was a little girl, I decided I would never have gray hair. I would never have gray hair. My grandparents didn't. I didn't know that it was dye until somebody told me. I was just like, "Oh, I said my grandma didn't have gray hair. What am I have gray hair for? My granddad didn't have gray hair. What I have gray hair?" And I won't. And I don't have to.
Don't. Don't. Okay.
I want to
You do
find out
not have
whoever
to.
helps Madonna out because she keep her face smooth all the way back to the back of her head, and I want that. I want my stomach to touch my back, and I want my cheeks to touch the back of my head. I just, just want to pull it
I
all
don't
the way
know.
back, just
I
look
don't
like
know
a cat.
how to cheat. I don't. I don't know about that,
You have to
PK. I
find
don't
ha,
know.
got to find somebody who can do something to keep it tight that don't make me look too much like a cat. Because when people get too much plastic surgery on their face, they just look like a Siamese cat. It's weird.
They do. And for
Well,
people that have fear of cats, I just feel bad for them. Mm.
it works for them. It work for you.
It works. It works for me. It works. It- Oh, fix
Guys,
it.
I can't.
I can't either. I don't
I
want
can't
to.
fix it.
I don't want to.
I can't. You don't have to.
Not. Eight. Won't.
Well, I'm looking
Not.
forward to Spades and Shades when it comes out. What shows are we gonna look at?
Um, I'm probably gonna do something on Queens. Queens is only 3 episodes in. Um, our kind of people, I'm still eh, I think they're like 4 or 5 episodes in, so I might do something on those too.
I've only seen part
Definitely
of one
gonna do
episode
of what? Our kind
of
of
Our
people?
Kind of People when the lady was retwisting my son's hair because he's got the
Mhm.
locks. When I was
Mhm.
retwisting T's hair, that's when that's she had it on. And that's the only
Okay.
time I've seen it. But I've heard people say that they have a lot of parties, like every week is a party, and for some reason that
Girl,
disturbs
every
people.
week it's a party. I mean, clearly this is in the land where the panini doesn't exist, so that's cool. But it's like, what kind of party planners y'all got that's able to just pop stuff out? Y'all got all these hors d'oeuvres, all this wine. Like, who has this time?
And there's always in the main character, she's Yaya DaCosta, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
And like she built herself up to have everything, but it's like people who always say like their character always builds themselves up and they used to be poor. And I'm like, how did you do it? That's what I need. That's
She's
what I need. I
needy
need y'all
though.
to give me a step by step.
She's real needy. She she's needy. That's
Okay.
one thing I don't like about her character
She
because
needy.
she makes it like, girl, I don't want none of your money, this, and that, but she always asking for favors. Pick one, pick and choose. You either need them or you don't. You either want their money or and I get it. She always say, I don't need your money, I don't need your money. Oh, but my daughter needs it. So you need favors.
Right.
So don't say you don't need them.
Somebody need the money.
The level in which you need, I need the money. The level in which you need, what you need from them, but don't make it like, oh, I'm gonna do this by myself. You ain't, you're not. Because if you were, If you were, you wouldn't have manipulated your way into the system, which I ain't mad, because you with a whole bunch of people that manipulate. So you just playing the game how I play. But I need my daughter to do this. You just said you ain't want their money. So now you need them to get your daughter into this program. Okay. Okay. But you don't need them. Okay, girl. Okay. I digress. I'm sorry.
Well,
That's one of my like.
I'm gonna watch you. I'm gonna watch what you say about it when you get it up there. Cause I've been letting I never watch shows in like real time. I record stuff
That's
or
true.
I watch it when it comes on Netflix, Hulu, or whenever it's gonna come on. I never watch stuff in real time, so I'll be waiting for episodes to like build up. Like how we used to watch Insecure every week because I would trick you into coming to straighten my hair out. We watch Insecure every week, but I haven't. I've been recording it, even though I can watch it. I don't know why I keep recording it and take up DVR space, but I've been waiting for it to build up so I can like binge it, like watch a whole bunch of them.
Um, Last week's episode was good. The first two episodes, I was like, we've been waiting for this. Easter, what are we doing? What are we doing, Easter? Um, I'm excited to see what episode 4 is gonna look like.
Yeah, and how they decide to wrap the whole last season up. It's gonna be
That's what's bothering me. The first two episodes was real, like, you know, giving me drag vibes. Like it was dragging. And I'm like, we only got 10 episodes.
yeah.
So out of the 10, you wasted 2 of them.
But after season 2, I think that's how you were anyway with like 3 and 4. You were kind of like
Season 3.
it took all the way up until like episode 5 to really to really
Well,
care.
what season was that when I almost broke up with the show? Because I would come over within the first 5 minutes. I'm like, girl, this gonna happen. And literally it happened. And you thought I was like hiding in the writer's room or something.
I think it
I
was
wasn't
season
hiding in
3.
the writer's
I want to say it
room.
was season
That sounds about right.
where you were just like, I don't know if I'm gonna watch this show anymore.
Yeah. I was because it became too predictable.
Yeah,
I don't want that. I don't want that.
you know exactly what's gonna happen, and then it happens, and then you still mad, even though you knew it was gonna happen. But now we have to see the end of it. I got to see the end of it.
I gotta
I'm
see it through. You're right.
I'm gonna catch
I've
up. I'm
invested
gonna
too much time.
I'm gonna catch up because I know once the last episode comes, everybody's gonna be spoiling it. Right now, I've managed to avoid too much spoilage.
Means nothing.
Okay,
The first two
that's why
episodes,
nobody's spoiling it because I didn't miss nothing.
as you see, they was arguing about that sword. Like the sword is like, why is she wearing her stuff? You know what I'm saying? That's because there was nothing to talk about from episode 1 other than the fact that that character had certain paraphernalia on.
I don't know why that would make anybody mad either. I'm like, that's an homage, isn't it? Isn't that an
I believe
homage?
so.
Like, be glad that my stuff is on TV. Like, and it's the character. Like Amanda Seals didn't say, "Oh, I was an AKA." She
Right.
said, "No, I wasn't. My character was an AKA."
And they established that season 1.
So I would just think it was an homage. But I don't know. I'm not. I'm not. I've thought about joining one, like a graduate chapter or something like that. But then I was like, because my one of my friends is a Zeta, I think it's like blue, and
Hmm.
so I was kind of looking into that, and they would send me things about meetings. I think they stopped sending me because I didn't go. Because I was like, oh, because my next door neighbor, she's older, and she became a Delta. Like she was a grandma when she became a Delta. So I was like, maybe I'll do it because it seemed like something to do. And then I was like networking, and every once in a while, I don't like making new friends, but every once in a while I get this urge, maybe it's holiday times, I don't know. I get this urge to like have sisters or something. And I was like, meet some new people. Maybe I'll open myself up in a way that's not, me. And yeah, I started looking at it, and my friend was telling me how she, what it took for her to get in it. But she did it, when she was in undergrad or whatever. And I was like, that just sounds like another job. And I had to pay for it too.
My commitment is to myself. My commitment is to bettering myself. My pledge is to bettering me. So until I get to a certain place where I need to be and want to be, um, nothing against people that are in sororities,
Yeah.
but I got a lot I'm working on with me, and I don't want to get lost or not lose my identity, but I want to figure out my whole identity before I start adding things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
And I
that's
just
my
I had to double check that where I was gonna be in a different world situation where I was gonna. What did she say? I can't remember what they had to call Whitley every time she came in the room, but you know what I'm talking about. And they
I'm
had,
big sister gorgeous what?
yeah, yeah, big sister gorgeous one. I was like, I'm not in the place in my life where I can be hopping like a frog. Saying, hey, big sister gorgeous one. I'm gonna say, hey, Latrice or whatever her name. Uh, I'm an adult. I'm somebody's
How you doing, ma'am? Okay.
mama. That is so funny. So you're gonna be watching. You're gonna talk about Married at First Sight, which is your
When they start the new season,
that's
because
your
they
90
just
Day
finished this
Fiance.
season. I'm not gonna do 90 Day Fiance. They got a little too. They did a little too much for me.
This season is not as exciting. Like the people I
That little
watched,
man that's still on there. That like.
he's on the single life, though he just got engaged. So
Oh,
hopefully they will take him off because nobody likes him. And it has nothing to do with what he looks like. He's not good on the inside. That's when
no, but you know what? And that's what kills me. Because in the beginning, he was like, it's hard for me to get women because of how I look. And we felt sorry for him, but it's like, you look like that. We sorry, but I wouldn't date you. But then you're right, he's a butthole. So how
that's
do you
how
expect
but
how
that's
do you
how they
expect
be.
people to want to be around you?
But that's
Yeah.
how they be. It's always the ugly ones. It's always the ones that have some sort of issue. They get it
Issue.
into themselves that they are more deserving than what they they're the ones
Girl.
that are picky. Those are the most picky. And if you talk to somebody, like if you come off of, whatever your physical standards are, because I'm
Mhm.
very superficial. I'm not gonna lie. Everybody knows it. But when you drop your standards, that dude, that's the dudes that cheat is the ugly dudes. The dudes that talk to you crazy be the ugly dudes.
Do,
The dudes that
do.
act like they're better than you be the ugly dudes. And it's like, really? Do you own a mirror?
Who gave you this confidence? Number one question. I understand the principal we were supposed to be discussing is ordering what you want to go.
Right.
Who let them order what they want and then let them take it?
I don't know.
Who?
I guess
And
we do.
then I I guess so. I guess we do give them some sort of like, I don't know. I just feel
Like they
part
get
of me
some sort of
feels like,
validation or something.
yeah, and it's like, yes, I did upgrade you to an extent. I did. I upgraded you. I get that. I'll give you that. But I upgraded you. Don't ever forget that
Right.
I'm the reason why you in this arena that you're in now.
Right.
And best believe when I'm done with you, and I will be done with you. Never again. You can't even send me an email. Blocked. Spam.
Hopefully, if you pass me on the street, I don't know you.
Don't know you. Child. Look the opposite direction.
Never
You could
heard of
yell
you.
my name. I'm keep going. You gonna think I'm deaf in one ear. Is she not? Is she deaf? Deaf to that person, yes.
Every time I lower my standards, I regret it because people are always like, "Gee, you're so superficial. All you care about is no, no." Because if I can get it, that means it's for me. First of all, and secondly, everybody. I mean, nobody wants to be with somebody that they're not attracted to. But when I do,
Agreed.
let somebody slide in, is their teeth is not doing what they need to do. Uh, like everything is cute, but the teeth not right. Or the time we had a cockeyed friend.
I remember that person. I wanted to bring him up. You did. I didn't. Y'all, he had one good eye.
And then so many other things just began to stand out as not correct. And so when that had to go, you know, good. I shouldn't have did it. That's on me.
Don't feel bad. I had a boyfriend that looked like Danny DeVito.
It's a big head.
He looked
Oh
like Danny
no,
DeVito.
no, not Danny
You,
DeVito.
you met him. He looked like Danny DeVito. He was
Oh,
built like Danny DeVito.
is that what you
He was
talking
built. Let
about?
me rephrase that. He was built like Danny DeVito. He didn't look like Danny DeVito. He looked weird though.
I didn't want to say it 'cause you were so happy.
I wasn't. I was pretending.
I just,
I didn't want to hurt no
I
feelings.
was like, because I had never seen you in a relationship before, and I was like, and there was that point where we didn't talk a whole bunch. So then you talking to me again, I'm like, I'm not gonna be the one. She my friend. She my friend. She my sister. You happy? I'm happy.
I thought like for real though, I thought, okay, maybe if I, it'll help me like that person more. Mm-mm.
I did it. I did it too. The cockeyed person, for example. I probably done it a couple more times since. We tried. We tried to make it work. Like maybe it's
We,
me. Like if I just reframe this to fit this situation, but then ultimately it's not. You better not.
mm-mm.
You better. The girl
That's
said
why when
that.
you saw me in Harambe, you was like, "Where's such and such girl?" Broke over that food.
I mean, he's like a 40-year-old rapper. I was like, no. And Christian rap at
Girl, girl, he wasn't. He sounded like Barney. He sounded like a hip hop Barney. What? Oh, oh.
that. Oh, well, live and learn.
Live and move on. Live and leave. Live and let go.
Let it go.
Live and run.
Order what you want and let it go.
Order what you want and take it to go. Sometimes you gotta send stuff back to the kitchen. I sent that back to the kitchen.
Sent that back to the kitchen. It wasn't ready yet.
And I wasn't. I didn't want. I decided I'm allergic. I don't. I don't want that.
That's good.
But
You
yeah,
gotta be able to say
he sounded like a Barney.
that.
He was fun.
I wish I had heard it.
Mm-mm.
I do.
I wish I hadn't heard it. I wish
Maybe
I never heard
he could do a duet with a cat crash cut.
it. I actually like Crash Cut. I call him Cash Cow. I actually like Cash Cow.
Uh, my oldest baby was talking about I to be glad the other day. He said,
He should have called me.
I said it's gonna have to make a comeback this holiday season. He said you and Nikki would just laugh about that for hours. And I
I
said,
will be in tears. I will be in tears. I don't know why. Woo, I'm trying not thinking about it. I will be in tears. Like,
I'm gonna look it up.
couldn't breathe.
Ought to be glad. Ought to be glad. D.
And the white shoes. It was the white shoes for me. It was the white shoes for me. And
Yeah.
then he was clapping and rocking. I don't know. I don't know.
He had the nerve to have several music videos.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Make me cry. All right, I'm gonna get off here and stop playing with you.
Yeah.
All right,
But
whenever you get your shades and spades up, I'm gonna push it, I'm gonna promote it, I'm gonna put it on my website at biggirlsguide.com.
okay.
And whatever else you're doing that you want to put out there, like if you're doing any Black History programs.
No, a response given by me.
Anything like that, we're gonna put it out there for you.
Okay.
You want anybody to follow you on Instagram or anything else? Or no?
Girl,
Mm-mm.
I don't even. What's my? Is it O underscore something? Yeah, O so underscore Nick. I don't even know my Instagram name to be like.
It's something like that.
Like I know it. I just don't know what an underscore is.
O underscore so Nikki.
There you go. If I knew my name, I'd be like, yeah, girl. Y'all can follow me at O underscore so Nikki if you would like. Yeah. I
Okay,
guess.
quick shout out to FAMU where you came from. That'll be
You know,
that'll be a story for another day. Thank you, Nikki.
it's real. I'm sad it's over. I'm really sad. This was
We're gonna
fun.
talk again because you're my friends.
We got to.
Okay.
Okay, girl.
All right.
You
Thank you,
need me.
Nikki. Bye.
Bye. Order what you want and take it to go.